I started participating in Jessup in 1998, and actually it was 1997 probably, but we learned from our more senior colleagues who were more senior students who were studying at the Institute of International Relations that such moot courts exist. We've never heard of them before, and we thought that this is a great idea. First of all, because we were studying international law, and secondly, of course, the ultimate goal, the holy grail, was the possibility to go to Washington D.C. And for us as students in the middle of '90s, it was a challenge, but it was also a very interesting idea. It was the third year when Jessup was held in Ukraine, and I believe that the previous year it was the Donetsk National University that was the winner. So we had to compete against someone who was already experienced, and so there was a double challenge for us. But we nevertheless tried. At the end of '90s, there was little internet, if any, in Ukraine, and there were not many libraries that could provide proper study materials for us. So it was all absolutely new for us, and we had to find at least some books that were written by foreign scholars that could provide some guidance how international law works. We were definitely very much scared when we were presenting our case at the national rounds, and I think we made quite a few mistakes. I remember a funny case when a judge asked me when I was citing some law provision, I believe I was citing the opinion of one of the scholars of Professor Brownlee, and he asked me what was the source, where I found it. And I had the book actually with me, so I actually took the book and tried to bring it to the judge to show it to him, which was funny, and obviously no one does it, but you need to cite the source itself. But nonetheless, I think our arguments were better. We were still brave and prepared, better than our rivals, and we were very lucky to win. We participated in Jessup representing the Institute of International Relations 3 years in a row, in 1998, 1999 and 2000. And 3 times we were successful to win. We're happy to win the national rounds and to go to Washington to represent Ukraine. The best year for us in Jessup was probably 1999. We were already, it was our second year. We were quite prepared. We knew how things work in Washington, what to expect. So we more or less easily won the national rounds. So we ended up being the number 6, I believe, in the runner-up rounds, and we proceeded to the next stage. We didn't win the Jessup Cup, but we still performed quite well, and I was awarded to become the 9th best oralist in the world in 1999. For me, Jessup is a lot of fun. It is actually a competition for me, because it's a challenge where you can try your your legal skills, your presentation skills, your logic, and it's all based on merit. If you perform well, you will win. If you listen well to your competitor, you can use their arguments or their mistakes in your favor, and it's a real competition. The award of the trip of going and representing Ukraine was always a great achievement, and I was really proud of it. Now, after I stopped to be a student and became a judge in the competitions, it's also fun, but in a slightly different way. It's fun to see how students progress, how they evolve, but it's also fun to see how they compete. I'm now impartial, so basically it doesn't matter for me who wins, but it's really interesting to see how people compete. So it's in a way it's like a sport, and it's a true competition. In my view, Jessup definitely helps in legal career. I mean, if you take my own case, I learned how to work really hard on a particular case, and at the same time stay focused in the midterm and the long term for several months. Jessup helps develop your own stamina, helps develop your own reasoning, and that's what we as employer now really value in people. Once you go through all these competitions, you come more prepared to extraordinary situations at work, at the interview, and you are better able to perform. But then later, once you get the job, it also helps you in your in a law firm. You also need all of these skills. You need to be able to work in teams. You need to be able to do deep research and apply the knowledge in different ways. And you need to be able. You have to learn how to present yourselves to clients, to colleagues at conferences, etc. All of these skills, if you practice them well during the competitions in Jessup, that's a good start for you to develop them in a law firm. In a way, Jessup helped me also in terms of prioritizing goals and setting really high standards in trying to achieve them. We, from the first year when we started participating in Jessup as students, we set very high goals for ourselves. We wanted to be national champions and to go to Washington. Someone would tell us that it's unrealistic to do it in the first year, but we thought, no, we'll do it. And the same kind of principle I applied in my legal career. I wanted, from the very first year at Baker McKenzie, I wanted to become a partner. I did. I then later set up my own law firm. It's almost 6 years now since our law firm was established. And I think if you set really high goals, maybe you will not achieve them to the full extent, but you will definitely achieve more if you set low goals.